Slim Thug's shooter has been sentenced. Yeah, so yeah, they got one of those crash out guys off of the streets.
Yeah, clap, 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 award show. Backpack, stay strapped, Fredro. Shut it down like Onyx, supersonic. I'm the shit, you the shit, no colonic.
BBN Jack Froze. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, the individual who was on trial for the unaliving, for everybody that wonders why we don't, say it a little bit more graphically, YouTube kind of penalizes you for using certain words. So we're saying unaliving. So apparently, the individual who was on trial for unaliving Slim 400 has been sentenced to 32 years in prison. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to say about this is, regarding Slim 400, the guy was just extremely funny. He went with all the jokes. I can see why some people would have thought he was corny. There was things he did that I kind of thought was corny. But at the same time, you got to realize not everybody's humor is your humor. So there were other people who find him extremely entertaining. So even though I didn't really find him that entertaining, I did think some of the things he did was pretty cool. For everybody that don't know, he's the dude that when it got Tekashi tattooed on him somewhere, like a 6ix9ine tattooed on him or whatever the case is, he was just really game. He wanted to be a part of this internet sensation thing that goes on, and he was ready to play his part. For everybody that don't know, for a while I guess he was a for you for 6ix9ine. I don't know if you want to say a for you for 6ix9ine or 6ix9ine was a for you for him. I don't know who's supposed to be the good guy in this situation. In any regard, a situation had happened where he was sitting out in front of his in front of a home in a car, and there was a situation that happened with a young lady. And upon that happening, the individual, Michael Linnell Terry, walked up to Slim as he was getting out of the vehicle and unloaded, taking his life. Just so we could be clear, the last song that Slim actually released a music video for was Caviar Gold. It was on Instagram. You can go check it out. I mean, I don't know if that's doing anything for his fam or anything like that, but go check it out. It might be doing something for his fam. I don't know how they all their accounts and everything is set up. The guy was a pretty decent dude. I mean, I don't know him personally, but as far as how internet stuff goes, like he would if he was still alive, he'd be winning right now, because he was just, he'd be winning, especially with what Adam 22 No Jumper. Yeah, I finally got that right. Especially with what Adam 22 No Jumper's doing, I wouldn't be surprised if he wouldn't have had him on his platform at one point or another. In any regard, Terry had shot Slim while I said he was getting out the car. He had pleaded guilty on Monday to voluntary manslaughter and admitted to using the firearm and having a felony strike for prior conviction. So he didn't go to trial. This wasn't like there was a jury that needed to say anything. He just, pled guilty. I don't know who they had. Well, I guess I do know who they had. So I'll say this right now. The young lady that was actually involved in the situation. She gets sentenced next year sometime. I think they said is when her sentencing is going to be. I believe that I'm guessing that she was going to be the witness. Like, yes, we did it. Okay. So anyway, her name is Tamra Lynn Bell. I'm assuming she was going to be the witness against him. And then so he was like, why are we going to take it to trial? We take it to trial. They're going to give me 1,000,000 years. You know, this way I only get to do 32 of those years instead of the whole 1,000,000. In any regard. Also, for those that don't know, Slim was actually born in Germany. So he was a Germans over the years, black Germans. Anyway, he was born in Germany. And then he moved to Compton. And that's when, you know, he started getting involved in all of the street lives. Also, remember, Slim also survived a previous shooting. I forgot how many times he was shot, like 9 times or something like that. He had survived the previous shooting. I believe it was back in 2019, 2018, something like that. He had survived the previous shooting. I went through surgeries. He had a 15-day stay in a hospital. Like, it was pretty bad. I remember, I think he said that, like, he was, like, laying in bed talking to God. Everybody talks to God when they were about to die. And then when they don't die, they be like, I was talking to God. You know, everybody says that. God's really busy out here. He's speaking to all of the peoples that might be going over to the other side. He's talking to all of y'all at the same time, simultaneously. He exists outside of time and space. Anyway, with that being said, let me know what y'all guys think about this. I just wanted to make the video we spoke about previously when he initially got shot. This is something that we spoke on. I don't know the guy, obviously, but I will say his internet personality was more fun than gang. I never really looked at the guy like, yeah, he's part of a gang. Don't get it confused. But I always looked at him more as like a comedian. Like, you know, you got guys in the gang, and some of those guys are, you know, could be dangerous, kinda, or, you know, pretty dangerous. But they also funny. And if they don't have to do dangerous stuff, they don't. You know, those guys, I always consider them like one of those guys. I don't know if he was in the streets, like, you know, shooting at people or anything like that. But I always consider him one of those guys. You know, many gangs, I'm assuming every gang has that dude that's like, you know, he's pretty funny. You know, sometimes corny. He's pretty funny, though. But, you know, when it's time to get busy, he's game. I kind of looked at Slim like that. Like, you know, when it's time to get busy, he's probably game. But he's a pretty funny, pretty humorous guy. He's trying to be lighthearted. And it seems like he was trying to fit in to basically, you know, what the internet was turning into at the time of Tekashi's, you know, the peak Tekashi moments. Not for nothing, I'm about to say something, but the internet might actually be missing Tekashi, because since Tekashi isn't around, a lot of people are just lame. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. Since Tekashi like ain't on the internet no more, a lot of people, you know, are lame. A lot of people tried to follow what he was doing, and now they lame. A lot of people. I'm not saying Slim 400 though. I'm not talking about him. God passed away. But I'm just talking about people that are still alive right now. A lot of these dudes is lame. They probably wouldn't be on the internet being lame if Tekashi was still, you know, at the peak of his powers. In any regard, with that being said, put it down in the comment section. Drop a RIP. Slim 400 had his life taken away from him. And 32 years for the person that pulled the trigger. Like, comment, subscribes. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.